How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to go over the Warbringer Ascendancy and some potential builds that might be very strong with this now that we have the full reveal of the class. First things first, let's go over the nodes for the Warbringer here. We have Anvil's Weight, which allows you to break armor equal to 10% of the hit damage dealt. The way that armor has been showcased so far, when in regards to armor breaking, it's been always just flat damage numbers. So there's been some things on there showing, so 10% of the actual hit damage should be more than what you're already getting off of other things, and it will ensure that you're breaking things quite a bit. Exploding impacts says you can break enemy armor to below 0. Gonna be really curious to see what this means and what all armor break actually affects. If this does affect all physical damage taken, this is going to be incredibly strong for pairing up here with Great Wolf's Howl. So if you look at the other things that we go here, we got Jade Heritage, which is the Encased in Jade. We covered this already before. Answered Call, same thing with the Ancestral Spirits when you summon a totem. We have Wooden Wall, which 20% of hits is taken from your totem's life instead of yours. The big nodes that I'm really looking forward to is Renly's Training. Here we have this gain 40% base chance to block from equipped shield instead of the shield's value. Based off of how this is worded, shields right now, right, they're sitting at like 25% block chance, something like that. With this, it does give it your 40% base chance, but it's still going to take into account the block chance mods on the item itself. So it seems like all of the block mods that they have put on the tree and that they have put onto the items themselves are all going to be like the just percent increased amounts. Before, this was a 50%. They already nerfed it based off of the reveal video that I did prior. But it looks like in order to hit your 75% block, you're looking to get 90% increased block chance overall. If you have this 35% less block chance as well, then I think you're going to end up needing quite a bit more. So it's like, what's this times 0.65, will bring you down to 26. So you actually need to get like 300% to actually still have max block while still having this. I don't know if Turtle Charm is going to be warranted or recommended anymore. It looked like insanely strong without the less block chance on it, but yeah, with that, you probably don't take it. You just put 2 points in Renly's Training here. And then if you want to lean into the Warcry version of the build, which I think is probably going to be one of the stronger versions of it right now, you take Warcrawler's Bellow here for the corpses explode here, and then you get the Ignore Warcry cooldowns, and the plan is to basically spam Corrupting Cry. So if we look here, if you end up going this route and you end up going into the Corrupting Cry version with the extra block chance, you would end up just getting this breaking armor equal to 10% of the hit damage dealt. You're probably not going to be doing too much hit stuff, or you could always go into like Jade Heritage, right? You get your, or even just the Answered Call, a little bit of totem damage. The Anvil's Weight probably won't be as useful if you are just doing the Corrupting Cry stuff, but this is where things will have to end up coming to effect. Again, we'll have to decide how breaking enemy armor works with the actual Warcry stuff. But main thing, if we do look at Corrupting Cry here, Corrupted Blood deals 10% of your strength as physical damage per second. So you're going to be highly encouraged to stack, right? You're going to be highly encouraged to stack strength on this, and then you have a couple of different Warcry options right now. I know these Ferocious Roar and some of these other ones aren't going to be in the game yet, but Infernal Cry and Seismic Cry are both going to be in from what it seems like. And then you can kind of go with either one. I'm thinking that Seismic Cry is going to end up being better if we are just doing this hits ignore enemy monster physical damage reduction. What this means is that you don't really need to be leaning into the armor breaking stuff at all. But you can actually just focus on some stun buildup and just kind of work on the Corrupting Cry aspect of things to actually kill things. And just basically focus on the stunning aspect for defenses. In regards to the tree here, all of the physical nodes here most of them are not actually specific to certain things from what we were seeing. A lot of them just seem to be general physical damage. It didn't mention that you have to be doing it with a weapon. And then we do have this like increased damage with Warcry stuff that we see here on the tree that should definitely help with the Corrupting Cry stuff. We have the Warcry speed, should definitely help just to ensure you're getting extra stacks on there. The extra increased area of effect here. And then I believe there's some other extra Warcry things down here for more Warcry speed. And then you get your recovery when you're using a Warcry, right? So the build may be a little weird if you're literally just spamming Warcries repeatedly, but it will be the closest thing we get to a one-button build matching Path of Exile 1 that you have for everything else, right? This 15% increased damage for each time you've Warcried recently. What are these Warcries starting out as? So the cast time on these are starting out at 0.8. Let's see how much Warcry cooldown or Warcry speed we have on the tree here. That's 25 or 24 there. We're at 40, 56. What is this? Already up to 80%, something like that. These are kind of probably lean into a bit of extra Warcry speed as well. So we're already over 100% Warcry speed here. What that means is you're looking at eight Warcries at least every 4 seconds or so if you're literally just spamming your Warcry repeatedly. That's quite a bit of damage. It's really hard to get a lot of increased damage in this game right now. So having the ability to get, over 100% increased damage from a single node might be really, really strong, right? You're getting this recovery every time you use your Warcry as well. If there's no cooldown on it, then you're also getting this to where you are, again, you're getting your sustain here with this extra life and mana, which is going to sustain everything. You can basically just drop your totem or drop your totems, depending on how much you want to do. Here, there's even more damage up here for Warcries recently as well, and even more Warcry speed, right? So this might actually be getting even higher than we think. 150, 200% Warcry speed. We might get to where we're casting 3 Warcries a second, right? And now all of these damage nodes kind of stack up all together to lead to something quite significant. So I'm thinking the Corrupting Cry version is going to be just the best version for this character. Really lean into the Warcries, take advantage. It's going to be a lot of running around and screaming a bunch. But I'm thinking if we really lean into this, you basically just run around, grab the block nodes that you can. And then you're just going to basically want to run around with the shield and ensure you don't get one shot outside of that. So, yeah, if you have any other ideas or build options that you think they're going to work good for Warbringer, leave them in the comments down below, and I'd be more than happy to hear them. And other than that, see you in the next one.